Hi guys, Nikos Rentas here, mentorsapproach.com. Today's email is a good one, all about motivation. I've been asked this before and I'm going to answer it again. Hi Nikos, I'm wondering where you get all the motivation to keep going. I am stuck. Each and every day I am stuck. I wake up and I start working on my things to do, but all of a sudden things pop up and I'm back at zero. What am I doing wrong? Quite frankly, I'm going to tell you my experience and my client's experience and what occurs. You start your day off and you say, I got a list of things, and you don't allocate that time and say, I'm going to do this, no matter what. And what ends up happening, you wake up, you start working on them, the phone rings, this happens, you got to go to the bathroom, you name it. You're not treating your life as a business. You know when that you see that post and it says, you are the CEO of your life. Well, if you're the CEO of your life, then you would be sitting there going, you're gonna work, and that's that because you're getting paid. And because you're getting paid, you need to sit there at your desk and work. You got to start thinking your life in a matter of, okay, these goals are going to be something that I'm going to achieve in the future. In order to do that, I have to put and allocate time and money and energy into it. So you're wasting time, you're losing money. You could be doing something else. And you're not thinking that way because every day you wake up, you got this going, and then you say, oh, I got to do this now, or I got to do that. Or some friend calls and they're like, I need your help. And then you're like, oh, okay. And then you go do that. And I mean, I used to be like that. I used to help everybody. I used to, sit down and be like, okay, I got this work to do, but I can do it later. And what I realized over the years, people you help, eventually they go their road, you go your road. And, when they need you, they'll come back, and that's that. So, you know, you you lose out on the opportunity for you to do good. The other thing that occurs with a lot of my clients, and which would happen with me, I had this massive list, and this list was horrendous. I had so much to do, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna get going." And then I started doing one, I started doing two, and then I was like, "This list is long, and I need to eat, or I need to call my mom, or I need to call my sibling, or I need to call this." Person and that person, and then all of a sudden your day's shot, and then you start working later on at night trying to play catch up, and you never catch up. Quite simple. So what would I do? I would sit down and say, okay, what are the critical goals I need to do? And I would break them up into chunks, and I would say, in the morning, I know I need to spend an hour. I'm not going to do anything else. And in that hour, I want to achieve this, and this. And out of that, my goal is to make sure I get two done. The habit that we're creating is that eventually the four will be done no matter what. You're not going to move, and maybe it'll be 2 hours that we expand the time. What happens with this? When you don't finish that critical goal, it gets popped down to the next list. So if you have another chunk of time at like 5 o'clock and you're like, okay, I'm going to start doing this, at 5, now you've broken up your day a bit because in between you're going to be doing a whole bunch of different things, and you're not going to be able to do one goal after the next. Okay, and you move that down, and what you can do is set up another list where it's your go-to critical list, and this is stuff you want to get to that is critical, but it isn't as critical as everything else. And when you wake up at 9, you do your first list, you get two things done, you pop that over to that other list around 11 o'clock after you've done all this stuff, and all of a sudden you're making lunch and you turn on the TV and you're going to watch a show, because I'm assuming you're working from home on this one. Then you're sitting there going, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to jump on my critical list that's down here. And it's something that's quick, efficient, ready to go. And all of a sudden, you smash some goals there right after you eat, instead of going and sitting down and watching TV. I don't really eat lunch that much. I'm I'll have a snack or whatever, but I know that with my body, I get lethargic after I eat, and I need a nap. So I'll wait until I get these goals done so I can take my nap, if this is what I'm going for the day. If I'm going to be going the full day, then I won't be eating. I'll just be having snacks through the day and then eat a good meal at nighttime. I know some people would be like, well, that's not healthy, but it is healthy for me. I feel great. My body feels great. I really focus on what I eat. Sometimes, you go out with somebody, you'll eat something bad, things like that. Like I've gone through a lot of different things in that manner where my health wise, I realize how my body reacts. Sometimes I have to take Benadryl if I eat a pizza because I get like all these different eczema and all like just itchiness everywhere. And you sit there and you're like, okay, I can't eat wheat, but I want to have wheat, so I'll break it tonight. But you don't do it on a daily basis, you avoid it. So the question comes, what are your habits each and every day? How are you getting around? So if I'm going to cook a meal for my lunch, I'm going to make it so that I can not eat all at once. I'm going to have it broken apart. And then at dinner time, I know I'm going to cook for a full hour and off we go. So you want to break out and have these goals split apart so that you can bring in one and just smash that goal really quick, which will really push you to start working on your next list. And you might have scheduled it for 5. You might even jump into it earlier and start working. Your life, depending on what's happening in it, will dictate when you're going to break everything apart. But don't do a big list and a big set of goals. Break them up and be like, you know what, I'm going to work on these sets of goals and I'm going to work on these. So if you're working on a business at home, that you need to do social media, you need to do your website stuff, you need to blog, you need to contact your clients, you need to do all this stuff. Well, when's the best time to do that? 9 a.m. You got to make all these calls. Make the calls at 9 a.m. Okay, block at another time. And when you leave a message because you're waiting for the person, he didn't pick up and you got to call him back, okay, you say, I'm going to call everybody again at 1 o'clock right after lunch. Done deal. You don't go back to the phone, you get on your social media stuff. So structure is important. Don't set all your goals all at once. And I think that will help you out. Please comment below. Make sure you check out the new book, Ideas to Profits, and do sign up for the Facebook course.